was really what snapped me out of it. At that moment, I realized that I was going to lose, once again, a relationship, and I didn't want that. But what he really gave to me was he believed in me when I could not believe in myself. And that belief, I took that belief and just held on to that until I could get up again. And I had not been singing for years. Obviously, when you're involved in an addiction, you can't really concentrate on something that takes as much as it does to sing. And I decided to stop drinking, by the way, 2 months before our wedding. But I went into the studio. He heard me sing, and he said, why don't you go back into the studio? So I did. I recorded a song for our wedding. And from that, he believed in me. And he has the type of personality that if I said, do I look fat in this? And I did, he would say, absolutely, you do. So when he believed in me with my singing, I was able to believe in myself and go forth. And what I know today is that when you engage in your passion, it will begin to heal your soul. And one of the reasons that I wanted to give this music away is because of the feedback that I've received. All of the songs on this CD are about believing in yourself, are about fear, overcoming fear, about love. So there's a dual CD, and there's an interview with me on the back of that really talks about why I put these specific songs on there.
Wow.
The feedback that I've received is that people somehow feel that energy and that healing energy that I gave to that music. That's all I can really say. The stories that have come back to me when they've heard the CD has been the biggest blessing to me, more than anything, is hearing what people have said to me that I've given to them when I was just singing to try to survive.
Let's take a short break. We are giving that CD away to 10 callers. Wow, I love it. Let's go and give you that toll-free number. We're going to give 10 of these CDs away. And perhaps when we come back from break, I'm going to figure out how to hit my computer and play some of it for you. 1-800-930-2819. 1-800-930-2819 is our toll-free giveaway number right now. Valerie is ready to get your information. We're going to need phone number and address so we can send you stuff. We'll be right back with the Dr. Pat Show.
The eagle to tell you where he's been. Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Dr. Pat Show. Yes, that is the voice of DeDe Murcer Moffett, who is my very special guest today. We are giving 10, I'm not sure where we are with the count, but we are giving 10 CDs away of her brand new, bust-out CD, I Believe. As a matter of fact, I think DeDe is actually going to sing the title song from that because I've asked her to, but I'll wait a minute to do that. DeDe, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. During this break, I shared with you, boy, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to talk about this without crying. I shared with you what the song I Believe, or a little bit about what the song I Believe means, and I asked you if it was the I Believe that I remember from my childhood, and you said yes. And I have to tell you that my mother passed away when I was 7, but my mother loved music. She loved music. And one of the songs that we would hear all the time, she owned this little soda shop in the Bronx, right? This little, we used to call it, like a candy store, right? And there was a jukebox in there. And so one of the songs that would play time and time again is that song, I Believe. And I wondered if you might sing a little bit from it.
Yeah, I absolutely will. Let me just say this, that I sang that song for my uncle, who also passed away last July, who's Bobby Murcer, the former New York Yankee.
Oh!
Yes.
No!
Yes. So what a connection that you're from the Bronx. But yes, he
Bobby Murcer?
Yes, yes. That's the, yeah.
You know, can you imagine? I mean, we talk about being a couple of degrees apart, but I grew up going to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. I'm talking the old school Yankee Stadium.
And I was in love with Joe Pepitone.
Oh, no.
Yes, I was.
I know, I was too.
I got a kiss from him.
You did? Well, that's more than I got.
Well, I was only 7. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
On the cheek.
I know.
But when I recorded that song, and I talk about this on the interview part of the CD, is I recorded that for him, with him in mind, and he was listening to that very song when he passed. So it's very emotional for me too. I just want to say that is a very, very special song, and there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think of him when I hear that song or when I rehearse that song. So I understand how you feel. So here's just a little bit for that of that song. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. And I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for anyone who goes astray, someone will come, show the way. I believe. How's that?
Wow.
Dang.
Wow. DeDe, I want to ask you, that song means so much at so many levels to so many people, at least for me, for you. But the words of the song are important. You titled your CD, and honestly, I'm not sure if we have any more to give out, but maybe we'll get a read from Valerie. What is it about I Believe that calls true to your life right now?
Well, what I believe and what I believed then were true. What you believe is always true because your beliefs create your reality. I think what I believe now, as opposed to what I believed then, is that I am worthy. I am divine. I am loved. I'm okay. I am not defective. I am not less than. And there's nothing that I have to hide from anymore. I am loved. That's what I believe today.
Your journey is extraordinary, and honestly, for me, I want to make sure that everybody knows we do have some more CDs. If you can't get through the first time, because the phones are kind of really just like all over the place, and Val is just picking them up as quickly as possible, please keep trying. We're going to continue to give them out until all of them are gone. You have that toll-free number, 1-800-930-2819. I mentioned earlier, and I could use your help here, I mentioned earlier that, the holiday season, of course, brings some joy for so many people. And yet, at the same time, we face some of the most incredible family demons that we possibly could. Alcohol is a large part of this for families. What advice can you give to a family who has a member they love, a stellar part of the family, a foundation member, who is at a place where drinking is really their lives right now in the moment? How do we deal with that? What do we do?
Well, you got to let go, and that is the truth. You need to set your boundaries so that person's behavior doesn't interrupt your life. Keep the lines of communication open, but understand that these people are hurting. You don't want to get involved in enabling them. You really have to let go. And I have to tell you that when you let go, there's an energy pattern that happens. And they either wake up or they don't. And it's really their decision. And all you can do is hold the space in your mind for that person to be in a healthier place. But you can't take them there. And if I could say anything to anybody, you have to let go and let them hit the bottom or stay where they are. I mean, that is all there is. But when you try to change and affect the situation,